All right, happy Thursday evening. He's Coach Doug Cook. I'm Bill Maharis. We are Pressbox Overtime. And yeah, Doug, we got our sunglasses on because, hey, we're at the beach.
We are at the beach.
One of our favorite places to come. Thanks for joining us tonight. We have what I think is going to be a great matchup. Actually, it's the third time they played this year already, and they still got one more game to go, as the visiting Scorps of Satellite High School are right here to face the Minutemen of Cocoa Beach. So with that, let me ask you, Doug, we both have a little bit of a connection with Satellite High School. You more than me. You had, was it 3 kids that went to Satellite?
3 kids.
3 kids. I had 1. All of them played sports. I did a little coaching, a little announcing. You were there, I know I keep saying 57 years, 47 years or something like that.
22 to be
But
exact.
you've aged well. We both have a connection with Cocoa Rockledge. We talk about rivalries. We talk about Astronaut and Titusville. There's something special beachside with Satellite and Cocoa Beach. And as a parent and as an administrator at Satellite, what did that mean to you when Satellite and Cocoa Beach played?
Well, it was bragging rights, number one.
Right.
I mean, Satellite's right down the road.
Yeah, right.
These kids know each other. They go to the beach, they go surfing together,
Right.
they hang out together. So they know one another.
Right.
And, they play AAU together, baseball, soccer, whatever. So it's a bragging right, I think, is the biggest thing about it.
And I agree. And it might not be the Duke and North Carolina matchup or the Cocoa Rockledge, but I agree with you 100%. They're the only 2 schools beachside. All these kids know each other, whether they played Little League or like you said, surf together or whatever they were doing on the weekends. Didn't matter what, our kids played many sports at Satellite. Didn't matter what the records were, what the sport was. Cocoa Beach was just a little extra special, and I think you're exactly right. It was the bragging rights. It was that they knew each other. Some of them might have even played club teams together. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely, they did. My son played at Satellite, and he graduated at 18. He played club with some of the kids here from Cocoa Beach, so they knew each other. And when they take the field, though, man, they want to win.
Yeah.
Cocoa Beach wants to win, as well as Satellite Scorpions, and you have a contest. My friend.
You do. It does, like you say, it doesn't matter which sport. And we've done, I think we did a Satellite Cocoa Beach game a couple years ago. It might have been one of the first games we actually broadcast, where we learned about bringing a backup battery and not facing the sun.
Right.
And certain things like that. Always got a nice crowd. There's probably 30 or 40 people out here, which again, for a Thursday afternoon baseball game, is pretty good. And again, let's face it, we're on the beach. I mean, it's April, not a cloud in the sky. We got our sunglasses on. It's just a great place to be, and no matter what the records are, these are 2 teams that we enjoy doing.
Oh, no doubt about it. I just got off the golf course, came here. It's just a beautiful atmosphere. The field is the best.
Oh, it looks
I've
good.
seen,
Looks real good.
in years. Coach Wynn's done a great job with this field, as well as the community. I know it's shared by the rec department. Just a beautiful facility.
Oh yeah, and again, you mentioned Coach Wynn, and we're going to talk a little bit about him later on. The other thing that we're going to touch on is not just the rivalry, but it's Brevard County as a whole. You're from Brevard County. I'm from Brevard County. You stayed. I came back. We've got a couple of coaches today that grew up here. We got an athletic director that has been athletic director, football coach. Heck, even got one of the umpires today, my good friend Teddy Sunday. I went to school with his dad, Chepta. He's here umpiring. And I think that's also reflective of the county that we live in and the schools that we have. I mean, you were at Satellite. You had a number of teachers that grew up, probably some that you taught.
Right. Yeah.
There. So
Exactly.
I think that's a big reflection.
Yes, it's a neat thing to give back to your community. And that's what these guys are doing. You got a professional athlete over here, a professional baseball player that's coaching.
Yes.
Wow, what an experience that is for a young kid growing up in high school. You just don't see that very often.
No.
But giving back to the community, umpiring, coaching, whatever it is, it's a great opportunity.
Right, it is. Yeah, and of course we're talking about Brian Johnson. Was a Gator, which you and I, if you pay attention to Pressbox Overtime, we kind of lean towards the orange and blue. But yeah, I mean, and he's got 5, and I don't know a lot about the other assistant coaches, but again, I'm sure there's some depth as far as what they've done. But we were talking about Coach Wynn. I think you mentioned 2 state championships at Merritt Island.
Right.
Playing baseball. He was, I think, made it up to the minor leagues, and God bless him. We were talking before the game. Served our country as a Marine in Afghanistan, and again comes back to Brevard County. And Brian Johnson, playing with the Sox, comes back to help coach baseball. TJ Gowdy, athletic director and baseball and coach over there, one of only a couple that actually still coach as athletic director. Again, played in college, comes back home, and let's not forget, he went to high school at Cocoa Beach.
That's right.
So,
and his dad was a great coach here, basketball.
Yeah, he sure was. And I have to look. I was looking up today, as we like to do a little research and talk more than just the sport that they won a boys and a girls basketball title here. He might have coached both of them.
He coached both of them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, how? And you might think it's the same. It's not the same.
No.
You know, and
Absolutely
to do
not.
that is quite remarkable. And again, for his son to follow in his footsteps as the athletic director.
When you talk about the greatness of sports, it's entire county.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Cocoa High School,
Yeah.
football, and other schools, soccer, Viera. I mean, it's amazing how many athletes we have in Brevard County that make it to the collegiate level.
Yeah, it's
and even pro.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've got a lot of them out there, and like you say, I think they get ready for the anthem. I'm going to turn. I think they're announcing the teams. Not sure if you can hear it, but we're still going to put them on the camera anyway. They're announcing the visiting Scorps of Satellite High School.
It seems like the speaker's a little low.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, hometown Minutemen of Cocoa Beach taking the field as the home team. They'll be out in the field first.
It might not hurt to do shoulder program. Okay. If you want to do it in your band room.
Get ready for the national anthem. All right, that's the national anthem as we prepare for the visiting Scorps of Satellite High School to take on the hometown Minutemen of Cocoa Beach. Doug and I, being semi-retired, are going to go ahead and take our seats. I'm going to lower this camera a little bit.
We need our rest.
Yeah, that's right. We haven't even started yet. But again, we certainly do appreciate everybody joining us. If you're new to Pressbox Overtime, we're also on, I guess we call it X now, used to be called Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. After the game, if any of the players or coaches or families want to watch, even though this will be on my Facebook page, it will also be on the YouTube channel because it's just easier to find. And whether we picked a good name or a name that nobody else wanted, everything is Pressbox Overtime. So these teams have played twice. I believe Satellite has won a couple close games, I think by 2 points each. I'll look it up in a second. Let me ask you, Doug, you had 5 students that played multiple sports. They don't really require them to play district games anymore. You can if you want to, you don't have to. The seeding is done by Max Preps. What do you think as a coach? Do you want to see everybody, or are you okay with holding back?
I'd rather play everybody.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Even if it's the stout teams. Mm-hmm. I just, I mean, look, we can all get tape. We can all watch Pressbox Overtime if we want to see what they are. But yeah, I kind of, you're always going to have a picture maybe they haven't seen or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, but again,
I think it prepares you for the playoffs.
Yeah, kind of
gets you ready.
Kind of makes sense. But again, I'm going to leave it to the powers to be. There's Coach TJ Gowdy. He'll be coaching third, and that was Brian Johnson. Again, we'll talk about him a little bit later. Standout athlete here at Cocoa Beach. And with that, we got number 7 up. Oh, nice swing, straight up. I don't know if the catcher, third baseman, run over, see if he's going to have a chance for that. Lost it in the sun. Oh, almost. We talked about that a little bit. I was even watching a pro game the other day. Even the pros sometimes just have an issue with calling people off. And you just
sun is really
yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that a few weeks ago.
All 3 lost it.
Cocoa Beach comes in at 8 and 9. Satellite comes in at 11 and 7. Another pop up there. Looks like the catcher might have an opportunity. Oh no, it's going to drop again. I think, and we had this issue a couple of weeks ago. That wind, it may not be that bad down here. 20, 30 feet up in the air, it's doing tricks with that ball.
It does the same thing with my golf ball.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
That's a tough catch for a catcher.
It is, yeah. Flipping off that mask, turning stuff around. All right, got 2 strikes. He's connecting with the ball, though. You got to give him, again, first batter up.
Oh, he's not playing around. He's up there to hit.
Yeah, nice eye, a little bit low.
Going outside.
Take a look at what we got here. I don't know if he's 2-2 or full count. I can't really, I'm looking out at the board. It might be 2-2. Yeah, the first 2 were. This is number 7, Brandon Ritter. Batting .377, 14 ribbies, 15 runs. That's a nice guy to have as a leadoff batter. Again, if you're just joining us, first batter up, first inning, Satellite at Cocoa Beach. I got a full count.
Scored 15 runs.
Yeah, he's like I say, that's a nice guy to get up first.
Yeah, good leadoff batter.
It's a smack. Oh, foul ball right over our heads. Doug, can you scoot up just a little bit in case that ball comes a little bit closer? You're a lot bigger than I am. You could. Yeah, you play football. I play tennis. You could take a hit better than I can. Oh, you end up walking him. And your son was a pitcher. That's tough when you got a 0-2 count and you end up walking the guy. But it shows a lot of maturity on the batter.
Sure was. He was very patient. Here we go. Very patient at the plate.
Batting second, number 3, Johnny Randall, also batting .292, 3 ribbies and 12 runs. So their leadoff batters seem to score a lot. So they got a couple good guys batting third and fourth. On the second, stealing second, looking at third, kind of making the turn, just like he should. Going back. I tell you, I love when a coach hollers out what because he ain't afraid of letting the other team know what they're looking to do.
Coach Gotti,
he's letting them know. Yeah, he does. He does.
As you know, coaches want to win.
Oh, sure.
And they have to win.
Yeah, it's a little job security. Oh, nice little bunt right back to the pitcher. Runner's going to third. He's going to get him at first. Yes, he did. But again, he did his job. He moved a guy over. So Satellite, nice call by Coach Gowdy. 1 out, and the runner's at third in the first inning already. He's in scoring position.
Johnny Randall out of first base. Good hustle.
Sure was. I mean, they had to make a good throw on that.
4 up to bat.
Number 4, Johnny, if I pronounce it right, Wolaver. Again, 321. Everybody's batting 300 right at the beginning. He's got 9 ribbies and 13 runs.
That name sounds familiar. Did he play basketball?
I agree. And he might have been at the game that you and I called.
Yes.
All right, again, top of the first, 1 out. Satellite, of course, up first. Runner on third. Coach Gowdy looking to make a move to get that runner in. Nice to score a run in the first inning.
Down the middle, good fastball.
Yeah, that was a good ball. Again, at the plate, Jonathan Wolaver, if I pronounced it right, coming in batting 321. Also has 6 stolen bases leading the team. So, again, he gets on. He knows how to motor.
Got some wheels.
I do too, but mine were called training. Training wheels. But, I did the best I could.
Relate to that.
You mentioned, of course, you were assistant principal of facilities. Man, the field does look good. They've done a great job out here.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Oh, nice shot. Going out there to short right. Wynn's kind of got it. He's looking at it, going to tag up. That's the second out. Towning out. Ooh, they might have a play at the plate. No, cuts him off. Going to home. Oh, dropped the ball. But that was a nice relay. And again, your boys all played baseball. Still, people think if you don't hit the cutoff guy, but look how quick they turned that. I mean, that was a great move, but already Satellite up by 1 does have 2 outs.
If the catcher hadn't dropped that, it might have been close.
Yeah, it might have been close.
Good job by Cocoa Beach Minutemen.
Yeah, sure was. I love that they turned and they follow through what coaches tell them as far as hitting the cutoff. All right, I'm trying to see his number to see who that is up there. 19, Asher Allen. He's got a pretty good batting average too. A little high, nice one.
Batting 333.
Wow. 11 ribbies, yeah, 7 run and 5 stolen bases. So I tell you what, he's got a pretty good top 4, We got 3 balls, no strikes. Again, nobody on. Satellite has already pushed 1 run across, and there's 2 outs. Coach Gowdy coaching him up. Excuse me. Pop up behind us. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first, Satellite leads 1-0.
2-2 on the batter.
Ooh, that looked good. Wow, nice. Got him looking. Got a strikeout.
Nice.
That's the end of the top of the first. But Satellite, thanks to a couple of nice base running and a sacrifice fly up in right field, they lead 1-0. I want to give a shout out real quick, as Coach Cook and I like to do. We so appreciate the Mid-Coast Officials Association. Actually, they added boys lacrosse about a year or so ago because it was the only sport they didn't cover. and you know this as an administrator, they're one of the few associations in the state that cover every single sport. Boy, that makes it so much easier for the schools.
Sure does. And these guys are highly qualified too.
Oh yeah,
they're well trained and they do a great job. I mean, they're going to miss call occasionally, but we all do.
Yep.
But they do a great job. They've been around a long time.
Oh yeah, from the 60s, I think. Yep. Behind the plate, I think I mentioned we got Teddy Sunday. His dad's a friend of mine. We went to Cocoa High School together, retired from the Rockledge Fire Department, his dad, Jephthah. So we got Teddy Sunday behind the plate and Tim Abel out in the field. And again, we appreciate Mid-Coast Officials Association. And we were talking earlier, Doug, you know, you stayed here in the county. We talked about Coach Gowdy, went to Cocoa Beach, comes back. We talked about Coach Wynn, went out, played baseball, college, pro level, served our country as a Marine in Afghanistan, comes back here. Brian Johnson, his assistant, same thing, Gator, pro, pitched for the Red Sox, comes back. That just says a lot about all the schools and the kids that we have here in Brevard County.
Oh, yeah, we have top-notch athletes in this county. And, you know, a lot of these kids, you know, they play collegiate ball, then they go into the pros. I mean, we've talked about it many times. Like you mentioned earlier, we're both retired, so that means we're probably up in age a little bit. So we know about all the kids.
We're wise. Is that what you're saying?
This county,
yeah.
You know, the Wilbur Marshalls, Chris Collins. All these people that have gone on to be very successful.
Yes.
In the county is amazing.
You know, and you and I, we were, as you were on the golf course, making sure everything stayed nice and calm today. Yes. You know, we talked about another great athlete that just announced his retirement on the surfing circuit. I think you said you taught him. Yeah. Kelly Slater. So again, and I think I put this on the press box the other day. When you talk about GOATs, you got to talk about Kelly. Absolutely. I mean, come on, local surfers. So again, it's just so cool to see how these people have grown up. So we
made an amazing.
Oh my gosh! Oh yeah.
Brevard County.
Yeah.
You know, even the world.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Not just the surfing. So we got number 11 Christian Wolf coming in batting .250, 7 ribbies, 9 runs, leads off. Cocoa Beach trying to get that 1 run back that Satellite scored in the first inning.
He's got 7 RBIs and 9 runs.
Yeah. So, and you know that, I mean, again, you know more about baseball than I do, but to have that many RBIs when you're batting first, because at least 1 bat per game, you got nobody on if you're the leadoff. So that's pretty good that young man's got that many ribbies when at least 1/4 of his at bats there is no chance. Yeah. Unless he hits a home run. Well, that's it comes with age, Doug. Comes with age. So let's, you know, again, got a little gray matter working there.
There you go. I like that. Takes away your opportunity.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, nice swing. Is that going out to right field? Oh, just foul. Nice swing though. I like the way he went after that ball. And, you know, that's another part. And again, I'm going to say, not that I was a fantastic athlete, but I'm going to admit, baseball was not my gig. But to see just like what Christian did there, you know, these guys go after the ball. They're not looking for something. I mean, he reached out and almost got a hit on that. That takes a lot, in my opinion.
It does. All the hitters have been aggressive tonight.
Yeah. Got the first strikeout.
Coach Wynn's not going to be happy about that. You never want to look at the third pitch.
No.
But you stick your bat out there, whatever. But
right.
That's easy for me to say.
Yeah, no, right, exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
We're here in the shade.
Going in at probably 86 miles an hour, probably.
You know, we talked a little bit about before, and I apologize, I forgot to mention who the Cocoa Beach pitcher was. Up to bat right now for Cocoa Beach is number 2, AJ Barranco. Again, batting .325. I mean, these guys they're hit, every one of them. Even Christian, .250. That means he gets a hit every 4th time. That ain't nothing to shy away from.
Nice average. At this time of year.
Yeah. We didn't mention the pitcher first half of the inning, so I apologize. We'll catch that next. Pitching for Satellite, and again, Doug, we talked about this. Jonathan Wohlaver batting .321. He's also got an ERA of 1.4 and 51 strikeouts. So we talk about how a lot of times your pitcher is your best athlete.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's great stats on him.
And he's already got 2 strikeouts for the game. He is a senior. Oh, wait, let's see. Back that up. He is, I don't have it. But again, 2 strikeouts. Number 22 is Rory O'Connor.
Rory's batting .375.
Wow.
9 RBIs and 15 runs.
And I think he's the one that leads in 6 stolen bases. So again, and he's just batting third. So he has proven his worth too.
I don't have the stats on his size. But
Well, there goes one of our, that's the other thing about living beachside. There's an F something flying over there from Patrick Air Force Base. I mean, how cool is that? With the sun in the Air Force, I get chills. Oh, there's another one, yeah. Pretty cool. So we don't just have launches, we got the military flying over here.
Yeah, it's an exciting area.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Launches,
Oh yeah.
Kennedy and plus Patrick Spaceport.
I used to strategically plan our fire drills at Delore. If there was a launch going off, we were going to watch it. I was going to watch it. If the other 900 wanted to come, they could watch it too.
They could join you.
That's right.
What an exciting place to live.
Oh, nice shot. A little blooper to first base and an easy out. And Satellite finishes 3 up, 3 down. So a nice inning by Wohlaver as Cocoa Beach doesn't score. And after 1, Satellite leads 1-0. You know, we were talking earlier today. We were talking to Coach Kimmy, and again, we want to congratulate him being the new head football coach. He seems excited to take that on.
Yeah.
You worked with him when he was a coach at Satellite, and he really, I mean, you know better than I, he brought that program back.
Oh, absolutely. You're talking about, serving the military. He was
Yes,
in the military.
that's right. Yes.
We at Satellite, I was there 22 years, and
Yeah.
I can remember at least 18 losing seasons
Oh,
until he got there. And he turned that
He did.
entire program around.
Yeah, he did.
Made him, in contention for a playoff.
Yes, yeah, yes.
So I'm sure he's going to do the same thing here at Cocoa Beach.
Yes.
Very knowledgeable. He played collegiate football, and he's a motivator.
Yeah, he is.
He's
Yeah.
a motivator of kids, and they have a high regard for him, and have a lot of respect for Coach Kimmy.
Well, even like we walked up, just a personable guy, and that's one thing you and I, if anybody has watched any of our games before, we got our good friend Terry Humphrey watching from Georgia, so we've crossed state lines. I don't know if we need an FCC license for that. Hopefully not. I see my friend Greg Smith that's on. That was a head coach when I coached, helped him coach lacrosse, won a couple of district championships he did before he stayed in the classroom, so we do appreciate that.
2 great coaches right there.
Yeah, there are. Yep. It's and again, just giving back to the community. Terry's brother Mike, he watches us on the press box, and we certainly do appreciate that.
Great family.
Little pop up going over there to first base. That's a fly out. That was number 1, Colton House. That was up with the fly out. He is batting .267. 5 ribbies, 7 runs, and again 4 stolen bases. So again, another individual that's well-rounded. Let me catch the name of the pitcher. What do we got up there? Number 18. Oh, wow! Nice shot.
Tough bounce.
It is a tough bounce. Even though I only played slow pitch softball, I'll play anything but short and third. Those guys, that is a special athlete as fast as that ball comes.
Who's number 18?
Yeah, that was 18, Jaden Batts. So he got a single. We got number 14, MJ Valdez up, batting 7th. Safe at first. Pitching for Cocoa Beach, number 19, Parker Kress, comes in with a 3.32 ERA. Parker Kress is the pitcher. Oh, I like that.
Nice move there. It was a left-hander.
I'm trying to
first
see.
base.
Yeah, who is that? Is that Jaden Bates? 14, MJ Valdez. Nice cut. I think you mentioned earlier, Doug, I'm very impressed. Every one of these kids has made contact. So there were a couple strikeouts, but I think everybody at least got a foul tip, so they're hitting the ball, and it makes it a little easier when they come back around the second time.
Yeah, they're making good contact with the ball. One on the batter with one out.
One out, one on. Again, if you just joined us, Satellite leads 1-0. We are in the top of the second inning. Satellite pushed one across the first time up. Got a little piece of that one. So you still got one kid still playing collegiate sports. What do you got going on tomorrow? You got some beach volleyball or regular volleyball? Beach
volleyball tournament.
Very cool.
Over in the Bradenton area.
Awesome. Very good.
So we're excited about that. I know Kaylin is as well.
Good. A little high. Again, we got Jaden Bats on first base after getting a single. Nice hard shot to third base. And number 14, MJ Valdez, trying to move him over with one out. Make it two. Nice strikeout by Kress, yeah. We had the luxury a couple of weeks ago of doing a doubleheader up at Astronaut, sitting behind the plate. It's amazing how these high school kids make that ball move.
Oh, yeah. It's great pitching in Ward County for sure.
All right, number 9, Joey Randall up. Again, 2 outs, trying to move we got Jaden Bats over on first base. Popping it up over here, going back to the catcher, out of play. And that catcher's getting a little worried. He's put some steps on today. You mentioned about the wind and sun in their eyes. Plus, he's got to worry about knocking the helmet off and bless those catchers who run after those pop flies.
They get beat up.
Yeah, they do. I know. That's why I played outfielder. By the time it got to me, it slowed down a little bit. Nice pop up, going over to the second baseman. Puts a glove on it, and that's a nice inning by the Minutemen. 1 hit got on, thanks to Mr. Bates. 3 outs, and in the middle of the second, Satellite leads by 1. You and I talked a little bit about the 5 combo schools here in the county, including Cocoa Beach, that have 7th and 8th graders, and the ability for those 7th and 8th graders to play varsity sports. And I'm looking at Coach Wynn's roster. He's got 4 seniors, but then he's got 6 8th graders, a 7th grader, and 2 9th graders. He's got 9 players from 7th to 9th grade. Give those kids a couple years. So again, that is a luxury that they have. And even if they're not playing, just out here because that's a big difference. You got 13-year-olds up against 18-year-olds, but just suiting up and being out here, Doug, I'm thinking that's a huge advantage.
That is definitely an advantage for the future. And sometimes they can contribute.
Yeah.
I think we got Titusville or Astronaut.
I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. It might have been from the team that was visiting. I can't remember. Yeah.
Team.
They had some. Right.
From Virginia, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, they had some young kids that contributed. I'd be scared to death.
And I think,
senior.
listen, I graduated at Cocoa High. I weighed all of 140, I think, with my cowboy boots on.
Yeah.
And you're talking about 13-year-old kids against 18-year-old men with beards better than mine.
That's crazy.
I mean, that is a huge, and it's not just the years apart, it's the maturity, it's the size.
Yeah.
That is a nice luxury that Cocoa Beach, and it seems like he is taking advantage of that. All right, let's see who we got up here for Cocoa Beach. We have number 24. I'm going to get the first name right. Cooper Juvarez. And I hope I didn't mess that up too much. Right to Coach Wynn. And I believe he is a cleanup batter, batting fourth, 257, 4 ribbies, and 7 runs. And again, we talked about it earlier, he also pitches with 27 strikeouts. So again, another well-rounded athlete for Coach Wynn. On the mound is Jonathan Wohlaver for Satellite.
Nice fastball.
Now you got to remind me, if we got some new people watching today, your son, it wasn't submarine, was it? What was there when he come?
They call it submarine. Yes,
okay.
Sidearm.
Sidearm.
They call it sidearm submarine, but he got real low. That's
And so what does that ball do? Does it start low and rise up as it gets to the hitter?
It can, but you can keep it at knee level.
Okay.
And he had a slider.
Did he go around? Nope. Coach Abel out there, MCOA, says he did not. And again, hats off to Teddy Sunday behind the plate to immediately reach out to the first base umpire to see what he saw. So I like that working together because there's only 2 of them. So they're doing some extra duty today. Oh, wow. Boy, I tell you what. These pitchers, yeah, they both of them have some strikeouts.
It's got to be in the high 80s.
Man,
not more.
that is, oof. Listen, just listen to the pop of the glove. I'm thinking it got there with some velocity. Again, if you're just joining us, Cocoa Beach comes in tonight 8-9, which last year they were 5-16, so making some moves in the right direction. Satellite 11-7, last year 15-8, but again, they still got a few games left to go. Bat now number 13 for Cocoa Beach, Gant Ramsey.
He's batting 157, 4 ribbies.
And do I see that right? He's a 7th grader.
7.
So that's a 7th grader we got up to bat. And he's got some ribbies and some runs. All right, popped it up. Is that going to be in play? I see the first baseman going over to try to make a look. Nope. And again, we were just talking about that. So here's a 7th grader playing a varsity sport. And
I would
geez.
imagine he's 13 years old. The same number on his
He
shirt.
could be, yes.
12 is like.
Jeez. Yeah. Listen, my daughter was number 13 in lacrosse and soccer, so I like 13 as a lucky number for me.
I'm still playing with Tom.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing in varsity.
Oh,
baseball.
I know. Jeez. Oh. And again, we talked about it. It's not just the 7th against the 11th grader, but the difference in size, the difference in experience. You're playing, I don't know how old the pitcher, he could be 17 or 18. It's huge. Nice cut. Another strikeout. Man.
Good looking.
Sure is.
Very mature for.
Again, that's Jonathan Wohlaver pitching. I can see why he came in tonight with 51 strikeouts. He's adding to his total. Bat now, number 1 for Cocoa Beach, Hayden Wilson. Again, if you just joined us, Satellite leads 1-0. They got a run across in the top of the first. And here we are in the bottom of the second. Again, Satellite leads 1-0. A little bit in the dirt.
So Hayden's batting 176 with 9 RBIs and 4 runs.
And again, he's just a sophomore, 9 ribbies. I'm looking down there. He's tied for the lead. So again, just a sophomore, tied for the lead with ribbies.
That's a young roster.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, 9 other players between 7th and 9th grade, and just 4 seniors. So we're going to be calling these names if they invite us back for several years to come.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh man, good eye for him. What do we got? We got 3 ball, 1 strike. Woolaver on the mound for Satellite. Yeah, a little high. So we talked about that with your experience with your son's baseball. 3-0 count. You sit on it. Only go after it if it's got a cherry on the top. I mean, when do you go after that ball?
Yeah, usually your coach is going to have a take sign.
Okay.
So that you can get on base.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a smart thing to do.
And again,
I mean that's your goal is to get runners on the base.
right.
So that you can score.
So Hayden Wilson, he gets a walk. He's on base. Next up, number 3, Anthony Cerruti. Again, he's got 2 ribbies, 9 runs on his own, batting .224. Cocoa Beach looking to get on the board. Nice cut.
He's an 8th grader.
Man, that's right, he is. And look at that, as a pitcher, he's got a 4.2. He must have got hit.
Yeah, he got hit. He's going to take first.
All right. Hit by pitch. All right, so we got 2 outs. Cocoa Beach got a runner in scoring position. They got a runner on first, a runner on second. Coach Wynn over here, third base. Number 19, the pitcher, Parker Kress, up to bat. See if he can get one in.
Parker's batting 200.
Yeah.
1 ribby and 3 runs.
Listen, 1 out of 5 times. That's about a hit a game. Woolaver's doing a good job out there. Again, we mentioned earlier, I can see how he comes into the game with 51 strikeouts. He's got a nice delivery.
Sure does. He's mixing up.
Mm-hmm. Nope, out of play. Again, bottom of the second, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for Cocoa Beach. Satellite leads by 1.
Woolaver's doing a great job
Oh, yeah.
keeping the ball in the strike zone.
Yep.
He's forcing these Minutemen to swing that bat.
Taking his time. Oh, nice cut. I'll tell you what, that's the way you do it. Strike out the batter with 2 outs when you got 2 on, and at the end of 2, Satellite leads 1-0.
Woolaver's definitely a tough pitcher.
Yeah, he's, again, you don't have 50 strikeouts for nothing.
He's done a great job.
Looking a little bit at the schedules, Cocoa Beach, again, comes in at 8-9. Last year they were 5-16, so, again, they've already won 3 more games than they did last year. This is the 3rd time that they have played Satellite. Satellite won the previous 2. Both were close. March the 12th, they won 6-4. And on the 10th of April, they won 4-2. And they actually play again, I believe, next week. So, and again, it's great to see that. You know, you, again, as an administrator, whatever the reason might be, could be transportation cost, you know, having to travel. I mean, we got a county that's 76 miles long. So, you know, as an administrator and a coach, you know, listen, you just want to get your reps in before you go to districts.
Right, that's you get a good crowd too. You know?
Yeah, it is good crowd. Yep. And it's nice to see on a Thursday. Cocoa Beach is in 3A. They're actually ranked 63rd in the state. Just going over some of their schedule today. You know, being educators, we're doing our homework. We want to make sure we present the information in an unbiased manner. That's what you got to love about sports.
Yes.
It is what it is. We're not going to paint it any other direction. They're actually, if Cocoa Beach wins, they will match their longest win streak of the season. Their longest win streak is 2 games, but they've done it 3 times. They're coming off a nice win the other night, 16-5 last night over Space Coast. So that's a nice win by them. And out of 9 losses, 6 losses are 2 and less. So they've been competitive in every one of their games. 6 of those games, 3 were by 1 run. So again, Cocoa Beach, they're competitive, and that's all you can ask. Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, I agree, Coach. That's, you know, they've had a couple of games where even their wins, 7 out of their 8 wins have been by 6 runs or more, and 3 wins by 10. So again, Coach has done a great job with a very young roster.
Fantastic.
right, Satellite is back up. Coach TJ Gowdy is standing in the third base box. Satellite leads by 1 in the top of the first. For Cocoa Beach, we have Parker Kress on the mound. Up at bat, number 2, Mason Sosa. He's got a pretty good batting average.
400.
Man.
I coached a Sosa back in the day. And
Yeah, you don't know.
His daddy, because I'm going to feel real old. But it probably is.
Well, you started teaching when you were 17, I think, right? You were on that accelerator program through school. Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah, exactly. Through college, graduated at age 16. So, yeah, let's, I know you're shy about bragging on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, another strikeout. I wish I was keeping count. That's at least 7 or 8 total. And I think, I'm not sure if Kress has as much as Wohlaver, but that's at least the third one I think we've seen tonight. In baseball, it's kind of like golf. When you look at the pitcher, he's not a big guy. Like a lot of these golfers, they're not. But, man, he's just got the mechanics that he's doing what he needs to do.
Yep, he can bring it to him.
For Satellite up, second time up, we've got Brandon Ritter.
First time.
Yeah, he did, and I think he scored too. So he's got a walk under his belt. He has scored the only run tonight. Brandon Ritter comes in batting .377. And again on the mound is Parker Kress. Again, he's an 8th grader pitching. An 8th grader pitching varsity sports. Little back here, right there by the table. That was almost 3D. That ball went right past the table. But I appreciate Mr. Ritter putting a little bit of English on it so that it bounced the other way. Here comes another one right over here, but right past us. I gotta see. I don't. Facebook's got 3D. We see that. Those things you see on Facebook, and all of a sudden the ball pops up at you. Yeah, we need to see if we can. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Keep my head on a swivel.
Yeah. Whenever I look at somebody that says look closer, no, I'm not going to see the girl coming out of the TV or something with the long black hair. It is not going to happen. Like that commercial they got now with this movie coming out called Annabelle. Nope. I'm going to have to pass on that one.
Yeah, it was scary.
All right, number 7, Brandon Ritter.
Oh,
Nice shot out to left field. That's going to go for extra bases. It hits the fence. Outfielder still trying to pick it up. He's at second. Holding him right there. Nice hustle by the left fielder. That could have easily been a triple. But that young man's got a walk and a double this game, and he's looking to score his second run of the night.
Yeah, he put the wood on that.
Boy, he sure did. My goodness. But again, nice play by the left-hander. Or left fielder. I like the way he stopped. He let the ball bounce off the fence and come back to him, and that was good to hold him to a double. Number 3, Johnny Randall grounded out the first time. Again, runner on second. Satellite looking to score their second run. Again, he's got to be careful. He might have that second baseman slide over and come up behind him if he's not watching. Oh, nice pitch.
Just can't get on his back.
14 maybe? Jeez. I'm trying to think. I think I was collecting baseball cards, let alone pitching in a varsity game. Holy mackerel.
We'll look good on the resume.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, nice shot. Oh, nice catch. Nice catch by the shortstop. Number 11, Kristen Wolf. Because if that went over his head, that could have been another run for Satellite, and they almost got a double play on that. So, man, sweet play.
Double play.
I'm not sure if they use that expression, climbing the ladder, but he got a little Air Jordan on that one. That was a nice. I thought that was for sure over his head.
Nice play.
Sure was. Up now, we got number 4, the pitcher, Jonathan Wohlaver. Again, 1 out, 2 outs. Runner on second base. Satellite looking to increase their lead to 2 runs. Oh, nice shot down to second baseman. Thinks he's got an easy play at first, and he does. Nice play. So after a double, Cocoa Beach settles down and gets 2 outs. And in the middle of the 4th already, Satellite leads 1-0.
The Minutemen are hanging in here, Bill.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're. You know what? And again, we talked about it. Let me get my my son-in-law, who is a scout for the Minnesota Twins. I think he'd be proud of us. We got the stats going. We got the information. We're bringing our A game. With the playoffs coming and the busy schedules we have as retirees, this might be our last game. But in talking to Coach Kimmy, I think we might be able to do a spring game coming up in a couple of weeks. So it'd be nice to do one of those before the end of the year.
I'll tell you, the worst part of my day is trying to decide what club to use on the golf course.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty stressful.
Oh, there you go. Hey, look at here. Pressbox Overtime. We are bringing you a live launch. How about, listen,
Live.
We've had the jets fly over. Wow. We got a live launch here from Cocoa Beach. We have a liftoff of the Falcon 9. I mean, how cool is that?
Wow, that
you know what?
Super cool.
Oh, my gosh. Only thing making it better would be an ice cream sandwich. But
yeah, if we had a Walmart ice cream sandwich.
How about that?
That's beautiful.
Man, that is amazing. That is amazing. Very cool. Like I said, we go to a lot of games. We see a lot of teams, but there ain't nothing like being at the beach.
Oh, nothing like the beach.
That is so cool. And I know if Terry's still watching from Georgia, Terry, hope you're enjoying this. I'm sure you remember those days as the principal over there at Astronaut. But yeah, how cool was that? We've had the fighter jets. You can hear the rumble.
Yo, they're shooting over like 3 or 4 a week.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's just amazing.
Look at that. So cool.
What SpaceX is doing.
Little pause in the action, and for a good reason. So hopefully if anybody is watching outside of Brevard County, we want to thank NASA for working with us to schedule that shot so that we could capture it. All right, back to baseball.
We got number 7 up there.
Let's see here. Number 7 at bat, Braden Wyman. And again, another 8th grader. Wow. Man. Look at that trail too. That's beautiful. You know, you and I grew up here, Doug. It just doesn't get old, does it?
It certainly doesn't.
I mean, man, another strikeout for Wolever. Wow, you still hear it.
You could probably figure out my age because I remember the moon launch.
Oh, the Apollos. Yes. Man, listen, people nowadays think that's loud.
Yeah.
The Saturn V, our sliding glass doors in Cocoa would rattle.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's loud. That don't got nothing on the Saturn V booster rockets for the Apollo program. All right, bat now, number 11, leadoff batter, Christian Wolf. Struck out his first time up. He's a junior. And again on the mound, we have Jonathan Wolever. Yeah, that was pretty special, I have to say.
That was cool.
Nice pitch by Wolever.
Yeah, what they're doing in space now is just amazing.
Oh,
if I live long enough to see us go to Mars.
I tell you.
Why is that achievement? Nice.
Oh man, he is racking them up. Wow. He has, yeah, he's gotten young Mr. Wolf Jr. a couple times. Up now we got number 2, AJ Barranco. He also struck out his first time. He's one of only 4 seniors on this roster, and we talked about, you know, we got some pretty good years coming up too with all these 7th, 8th, and 9th graders.
Absolutely. He's batting 325, just
yeah, nothing to sneeze at.
hit the ball.
All right, again. Oh, nice. Coming over here, foul ball.
It's just down to the third baseline. That would have been an extra.
Well, that would have been a nice, yeah, that would have been, yeah, at least a double. All right, I might have messed up earlier. I think we are at the bottom of the 3rd. I think I mentioned the 4th, which I thought was kind of kind of quick, but I trust me, I saw a 4, Doug. I'm just telling you, I did see a 4. Maybe that rocket shook the scoreboard a little bit. That might have been, that might have been.
I got your back.
Okay, good. Oh, nice cut, man. Another strikeout. Wow, Wholey, he is hot. I mean, he is racking up. He's getting close to 60 strikeouts. He came in today with 51. So at the end of 3, Satellite still leads Cocoa Beach 1-0. We were talking about Cocoa Beach and just how competitive they are, and I think I mentioned 9 losses, 6 by 2 runs or less, 3 by 1 run. And their 3 losses, 1 was to Rockledge, #1 team in the county. 1 was to Jefferson out of Wisconsin, who was 7-1, and then they did lose to Palm Bay. 7 of their 8 wins by 6 or more runs, 3 by 10. So again, you've coached. You just want to be competitive. I'm gonna go ahead and we got those jets flying back over. I mean, again, just welcome to beach baseball. There they go. Yeah, no kidding, right? Free air show. We got a free launch. Pretty awesome. But again, you coach, Doug, and that's all you want. You just want your team to be competitive. If you can at least go out and be competitive, anything can happen.
Right. I just wanted my kids to just give 110%.
Right.
If that's possible.
Right.
And I didn't care what the scoreboard was.
Right.
But if you're giving everything you got plus a little bit, you're gonna be on top.
It's gonna show.
More than you're losing.
Yeah, I agree. No,
And let's face it, if you win or lose, you're going to learn something from every game.
Right.
You got to make, as a coach, if you do lose, you got to make it a learning situation.
Right.
Nobody wants to lose, but it's going to happen. So
Sure.
We have to pick ourselves up in life in general. That's why sports is so great.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity for kids to see what life is really about.
Right.
You get knocked down, you got to pick yourself back up.
Well, if there's anything that's going to teach you adversity, it's and again, we talked a little bit earlier with Coach Wynn as far as all the different activities that kids can get involved in, whether it's ROTC, music, theater, art, get involved. But you're right, sports teaches you adversity because you're not always going to be, there's always somebody bigger, somebody a little faster, but doesn't mean you can't compete.
Exactly. And listen, Cocoa Beach, Satellite Beach High School, great academic schools.
Oh, yeah.
Great music and theater.
Oh, absolutely.
Just 2 fantastic schools.
Right. And I like what you just said. And you and I, we love sports, and we participated. You more than me, and kids that play. But there's something for everybody. And in high school, you need to get involved, no matter what it might be, and enjoy all the things it has to offer, because those 4 years go by quick.
Absolutely do. And that's probably the most fun in your life.
Yeah.
High school days.
Right.
Ooh. Enjoy it.
We got number 19, one of the better hitters on the team, Asher Allen, up to plate. Again, batting .333 with 11 ribbies and 7 runs. And also 5 stolen bases, which is second on the team in case he gets on.
That sounds like a professional athlete's name.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, I like that.
That
right
name.
to first baseman, stepping on the bag. Yeah. But again, you look at Asher running it out, that says a lot. And sometimes you even see that in the pros, where they'll hit it to the first and dog it. And that's not an image you want to see at any level.
Yeah, I see that too much on the pro level.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. Colton House now up for Satellite. I believe he flied out his first time up, batting .267. Oh, nice little shot, little foul ball.
Good try there on that ball.
Oh, yeah.
It looks easy. Bowling looks easy, but
oh
it is
my
not.
gosh,
It
no.
is not.
I know. Listen, hitting the ball for me was not easy. Luckily, there was a game called slow pitch softball with a ball that was a little bit bigger. I played that for about 20 years. I did okay on that. But, the score is 1-0. Let me show that scoreboard out there. I don't know if you can read it or not. Maybe not. Satellite scored in the first inning, and they do lead 1-0, top of the 4th. But it's been competitive. Cocoa Beach has had a couple runners. They had 2 runners on last inning, couldn't get one in. And their previous 2 games, Satellite has won them both, but they've been 2-run games, so very competitive.
Yeah, like we talked about at the beginning of the show, the rivalry.
Yeah.
Anytime you have a rivalry, kids are going to play harder.
Yep.
And neither team wants to win.
Right.
Well, wants to lose. I'm not saying.
With social,
they're doing their job.
Oh yeah.
If not, I don't think that's
Oh, nice swing. That's going out to center field. Center fielder's under it. That wind's out there. Nice catch.
Nice catch by the center fielder.
Very nice. Again, luckily they got the sun at their back, but that wind can be havoc.
And almost carried that one out.
Yeah, I tell you, you're right. It's blowing out. We might see one tonight.
Right.
We've seen everything else.
Yeah. I'm looking to see what's going to happen next.
All right, we got number 18, Jaden Batts. Got a single his first time up, so he rose that 250 batting average a little bit today. Oh, another nice shot.
Shot down left.
And foul ball. I couldn't quite tell from sitting here. Yeah, I couldn't quite tell. Well, you mentioned, I like what you said about rivalries. With social media, before these guys get home, it's going to be Twitter or whatever the kids do. Hey, we won. So, it's instantaneous as far as the score.
I wish I'd had all that when I was a smarter.
Again, Satellite does lead 1-0. Top of the 4th.
You're probably too young to remember that. No, you're not.
I'm up there.
Catalog when I was
Oh, sure.
You had to wait till the next day,
Yeah.
unless you had an encyclopedia.
Well, we couldn't afford the Britannica, so we got the ones from Publix. Was it Publix or Winn-Dixie? Every month they came out with a new one or something. So I think it was, and so we had the Winn-Dixie encyclopedia. Oh, nice cut, drop third pitch, third strike, got him at it first. We talked about that. What do you think about that play? Drop third strike. I don't know.
Well, I don't know why you struck out. Go sit down. That's the way I feel.
Yeah.
Just the poor catcher. Just because.
Poor guy. Yeah, he's got a. Yeah,
he makes
right.
A mistake.
Right.
You get to go to first base.
Right.
You struck out. Sit down.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about it. How's that sound?
No, I agree 100%, because then that puts the pressure on the catcher. We got the out, but unless you make the throw, Cocoa Beach get ready to come up, bottom of the 4th. Satellite does lead 1-0. This is the 3rd time they've played this year. Satellite previously has won 4-2 and 6-4, and they play again, I believe, next week. So next week, let's see, on the 23rd, next Tuesday, they'll be at Satellite. Talked a little bit about Cocoa Beach. For Satellite, again, they come in at 11-7, and they're pretty close to Cocoa Beach. Cocoa Beach is averaging 5.3 runs a game, giving up 4. Satellite's actually averaging 5.27, giving up 2.6. So pretty evenly matched. They are coming off a tough loss a couple nights ago to Rockledge. And again, we talked about this before. You want to see how your team progresses. Rockledge, the number 1 team in the county. Hats off to Coach Claiborne. Again, the other athletic director that also coaches. They beat Satellite 6-1 earlier in the year, and 2 nights ago they only lost 2-1. So again, good improvement as they get ready to go into districts for Coach Gowdy.
Yeah, that's quite an improvement. Rockledge has.
Man, they're clicking this year. Oh, they got some pitchers that they're actually ranked 27th in 4A.
Yeah, you talk about pitching. That's very important to have a couple of good pitchers.
Oh yeah.
In high school or any level, actually.
Number 22 up, Rory O'Connor. Flew out to first base, another foul ball. Again, he's got some good stats, Coach. He's coming in as a senior, 375, 9 ribbies, 15 runs. So, he's got, again, Coach Wynn got a good mix of leadership and a lot of youth coming up.
Yeah, he sure does. Coach Wynn was talking about one of his players, high ranked in ROTC.
Yeah, I was talking to the young man. I believe that was Blake Anderson, number 14. He's a senior, and as I mentioned before, with my son in the Air Force, I certainly have a high regard to all those that have served and who served and are in the junior ROTC. And they were talking about, I think a couple years ago, both them and the young ladies team won state Raiders competition. So again, a lot of activities to get involved in at high school.
ROTC is a great program.
Number 24, Cooper Hovaris. He struck out his first time up, batting .257. I don't think Wohlaver, the pitcher, I don't think he slowed down at all.
He has
Man.
He's got great ball control.
He's got at least 5 or 6 strikeouts. A little high there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, you're familiar with this. I hear the speaker over there on the field, so I'm guessing that's probably a lacrosse game. And you've had to multitask at Satellite, and you had those 3 fields right there. But sometimes you'd have a softball, baseball, and lacrosse game going on at the track going on at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Put some miles on that golf cart, didn't you?
Oh, definitely. Didn't know if I was going or coming.
Hey, Bill, the score is 1-0. I see our good friend Bill Stanley is watching. We learned during one of our games he is not the tallest law enforcement individual. He is a proud policeman here in Cocoa Beach. I think he mentioned there is a gentleman that is on the sheriff's department, but Bill did some coaching at Satellite when you were there, basketball. So he's a good friend of the Pressbox, and a lot of times I will post questions because he's umpired and knows a lot about baseball, and I always lean on people like him and Teddy Sunday, who's behind the plate tonight.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't pull me over as I go south on A1A.
Yeah, if you see 2 old guys drive, he might pull us over for driving too slow in the left-hand lane or something like that. So
you definitely want to go slow.
Oh my gosh, Cocoa, yeah, they don't mess around with that 35 mile an hour speed limit.
Absolutely. And now we have it in Satellite Beach also.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and I understand the safety. No, absolutely. Number 13, Gant Ramsey up. Again, 7th grader coach, varsity baseball. I'm just
blown away.
I tell you, 7th grade, let me think, at Clear Lake. You know what I was proud of? I was a pretty darn good 4-square player. That was about it. 4-square and even tetherball.
Yeah,
and that was one of my biggest disappointments when I got to Cocoa High. They didn't have 4-square. I'm like, man, that's the only thing I'm good at is 4-square. Come on.
But facing the seniors.
Oh my gosh. Already struck out 5 or 6 players.
That's amazing.
Jeez, just getting in the box.
Oh, yeah.
Again, Gant Ramsey up for Cocoa Beach. Nice little shot over there to shortstop. Oh, and he gets on, and he's going to go to second. Catcher over there picking up the ball easily in second base. That is Gant Ramsey, a 7th grader. Good for him.
Wasn't a very good throw there by MJ.
A little low, a little, but again, we just talked about that. That's why you run it out. You never know what can happen. That ball can bounce funny.
I was watching MJ. It didn't seem like he had his feet set.
Could have, yeah.
He just kind of short-armed it.
Yeah, because it didn't reach there. It got there on a hop.
Because a shortstop's got a good arm.
Oh, sure. Anybody on this side, yep, third base.
So I think he just kind of short-armed it.
Hayden Wilson up. He walked the first time. He is a sophomore. Oh, nice little shot. Went right back to the pitcher. Oh, man, I tell you. Cocoa Beach, they have, like we said, they put the runners on. They're very competitive. They just, I think they're going to get one across before the end of the game.
They just can't get a break.
Yeah, it's been...
They're hitting the ball, and, they're only down by 1 run.
No, only down by 1. Again, end of 4. Satellite scored 1 run in the first inning, and that's been it. They're up 1-0. And again, Cocoa Beach, I think if not every inning, at least 3 of the 4 innings, they've had a runner on. So it's been pretty good. But again, what a night. Here we are on a Thursday evening at 2 minutes till 7. We've had a Falcon 9 launch go off. We've had a couple whatever they are. My son works on the F-15s at the base that he is at, so I'm not sure. He could probably identify it from down here. We've had the jets flying over. Great baseball game. Good fans. I mean, there's probably 40 or 50 out here tonight. So, again, that's what makes any kind of sporting event special when you come out here to the beach. Again, if you just joined us, Satellite leads by 1, top of the 5th. This is the 3rd time they played this year. First 2 times been close games. Satellite has won both. I believe they won 4-2 and 6-4. And we talked a little bit about Cocoa Beach. Talked about 6 of their 9 losses have been by 2 runs or less, 3 by 1 run. So very competitive, very young squad for Cocoa Beach, as they have 9 players that are 7th, 8th, or 9th grade, many that we've seen tonight. And the same from Cocoa Beach, or for Satellite. They are 4A, ranked 27th in the state, 11-7. Last year they were 15-8. 5 of their 7 losses have been 3 runs or less, 3 by 1 run, and only 2 big losses to 2 of the best teams in the county, Rockledge and Merritt Island. And they've had a 6-game win streak this year and won 8 out of 10 earlier. So again, 2 very competitive rivalry baseball teams here at the beach. Satellite starts the 5th inning with number 14, Max Valdez. He comes in batting 171 with 5 ribbies and 7 runs. Nice little pop-up going out there to center field. He's calling off the left fielder. Nice catch. That was number 2, AJ Barranco. That's the second nice catch. But again, that's a nice shot by the young man batting number 14, MJ Valdez. 1 out, top of the 5th. Satellite up, leads by 1. Coming up now, we've got number 9, Joey Randall. Comes in batting 143 with 4 ribbies and 2 runs. Nice little cloud cover, kind of darkens the screen a little bit easier, hopefully, for you all to watch. And again, we appreciate everybody watching. I see my good friend Rich is watching. Oh, nice little shot. Again, going out there. Oh, nice catch. Second nice catch in a row by number 2, AJ Barranco. He has got the wheels on tonight.
Amazing catch.
Man, and that was right after another one. So, but again, I like the left fielder. He's backing him up. But that's the 3rd nice catch we've seen by AJ tonight. And again, if it wasn't for that, at least one of those runs would have already scored.
Oh, absolutely. Fantastic catch.
All right, let's see if I can see that number up to bat. Is that number 2, possibly Mason Sousa, batting 400. Showed the bunt sign the first time. We'll see if he continues with that. Again, Satellite leads 1-0.
It's a very competitive game.
Well, and they all have been. Like I say, Satellite's won the first 2, but they've all been two-run games, 6-4, 4-2. I don't think you're going to keep Cocoa Beach off the board tonight, even though pitcher for Satellite, Jonathan Wohlaver, he just getting stronger every inning. I mean, the Cocoa Beach has got runners on, but he finds a way to get them out.
Sure does. When I first looked at the rosters, I think Satellite certainly had an advantage because
Right.
of the young roster
Right.
of Cocoa Beach.
But
well, these young
man, I tell you,
youngsters
they're playing above their grade level. Is that maybe that's a good way to put it? You like that?
That's a good one.
Number 19 on the mound for Cocoa Beach, Parker Kress, who has a few strikeouts of his own. Oh, nice little shot. Going over here to the shortstop. Throw to first. Oh, he caught him safe. Nice hustle. We've talked about that all night. You got to run it out. And that's the second. First play was a young man from Cocoa Beach, but nice throw. Just, man, he got wheels.
Wolf played that nice.
Man, he did. Yeah, I after you said something the first time, I was watching his feet, mechanics, and he did everything right. Just, guy was fast. Number 7 up, Brandon Ritter. He walked and scored and got a double. So, again, Brandon has upped his .377 batting average today.
He had that shot to left field for a double last time, huh?
Yeah, no, nice shot. He has scored the only run. I see we got Linda Maharis and my son, again, crossing state lines, watching from Idaho, Ethan. So appreciate the Maharis family.
Lovely wife and just a great kid, great son.
I see, if I'm hoping I pronounce it right, Yolaris Barranco. Son's made some great plays out there in center field. There's the shortstop. Nice catch. Again, it's great to see some parents watching. And again, if you're new to Pressbox Overtime, I do have a YouTube channel. Again, like Coach and I talk about, whether we picked a good name or a name nobody else wanted.
Yeah.
But we do have Pressbox Overtime on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. So if not tonight in the morning, I will post this game on YouTube because it'll be a little bit easier to find in case anybody wants to watch it or download it. Again, whatever you'd like to do. It'd be easier to find on YouTube than Facebook because needless to say that post will scroll down and YouTube you can go pick it out. So
also, Bill, if you haven't signed up for Pressbox Overtime, do so.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of knowledge here. Bill works really hard and gets us a lot of knowledge of local sports, college, and professional sports.
Yeah.
I'm on it every morning when I wake up.
Well, that's what makes it fun is people share stuff. You share stuff. I've got my good friend Matt shares a lot of things. Our good buddy Jimmy McKinney. We share a lot of stuff about Brevard County High School, state, colleges, and just big news. And like I tell parents, anybody watching, share stuff about your kid. Let us know what he's doing, whether it's on Twitter or Instagram. We want to follow and share that stuff. We've got Joyce Wilson watching from Boiling Springs, South Carolina. So we're reaching into Georgia, South Carolina, Idaho. Again, I'm just hoping the FCC, I don't know if we need any extra licensing or not. We're just two poor retired guys, but we do appreciate and certainly feel free to join any of our platforms and participate and share all the great stuff about your team and your kids. Coming up now, number 3 for Cocoa Beach, Anthony Cerruti. Hit by a pitch the first time. I guess that's taking one for the team, Coach.
One for the team. Just an 8th grader.
Just an 8th grader. Gosh, if that was me, I'd probably run to mom if I got hit by one of these pitches. So, all right, nice little swing, pop it up out of play, especially against this pitcher. And again, I hope I'm pronouncing Jonathan's last name correctly, Wolaver. He is on fire. So, hats off to Anthony taking one on the shoulder by this pitcher.
I know it hurt.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm hurt. Oh, that was I wish I could have seen that pitch from the back because it's something when you see the batter frozen. So that thing's moving something.
Well, it was a changeup.
Okay.
It drops off the table when it goes across.
Man.
And it kind of freezes the batter.
Right. Oh, I apologize. Now the word is out. My wife said, "You are poor." Now you tell me. Sorry, honey. But luckily you married me for my looks. Okay, remember, honey, we're on a public site here before you respond. Again, Satellite leads 1-0. They scored 1 run in the first inning. We are on the bottom of the 5th. Cocoa Beach has had a lot of opportunities, but Mr. Wolaver out there is pitching one heck of a game. And he's
I've seen younger pictures of you. You look pretty good.
You know what? I don't think I scared anybody back in the day. Let's put it that way.
Shirt on,
I had I had the bell, had the desert boots on, brother. One pitcher struck out another pitcher. That was Parker Kress with the strikeout. Coming up now, number 7, Braden Wyman. Again, an 8th grader, Coach. I like this as they get ready to start the 3A districts in a couple weeks. Coach is getting a lot of his players in because you never know who you're going to need when it comes postseason.
Yeah, this time of year you may have a few injuries or whatever.
Oh.
And you experience these young kids.
Oh my gosh, jeez.
You give them what, 7th grader playing for 5 years?
Please.
Come on.
And I think I did see where, I'm trying to think, I think Brian Johnson, he was a 5-year letterman here when he played baseball. So again, the opportunities are there in all activities. And again, we talk a lot about sports, but take advantage of all the things our great high schools here in Brevard County have to offer. Nice cut. That's number 7 up, Braden Wyman. Again, comes in with a .364 batting average as an 8th grader. It's just, and you said something earlier that I want to harp on. It's one thing if they play Little League or Babe Ruth, but you're playing against your same age group. This is completely different as far as experience, so that when you become that 17 and 18-year-old, man, you just can't buy that.
No, the experience these kids are getting is just going to make them a heck of a lot better players,
Yeah.
as they progress. If they stay with it, if they work
Yeah,
hard,
true. Right.
you know.
Exactly. Right. And I agree. No, that's we got a new pitcher on the mound for Cocoa Beach. This is number 3, Anthony Cerruti. He comes in with a 4.2 ERA. Again, coach, 8th grader, pitching in a varsity game. That's just
That's amazing.
it sure is. And again, as we continue and people hopefully continue to watch us, and coaches and athletic directors don't mind us coming over, we're going to be calling some of these same names for years to come.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of it is contributed, Bill, to AAU and
Yeah.
kids playing ball year round.
Right, right.
Back when I played, we played every sport.
Yeah,
Football,
right.
baseball,
You were
basketball.
always busy. Yep.
These kids are, they play one sport. Most
Right,
of them.
right.
The majority of them play one sport. My kids played one sport. So I think they're developing,
Right.
a younger age. It's got to be. I have to Google this. Because I'm really fascinated that I'm seeing 7th, 8th graders playing
Jeez.
competitively on a varsity team.
Well, listen. Let's go back to when we were blessed enough to go to my old stomping ground, yours by name only, Cocoa High School, and our good friend Coach Solis. They had a young lady that was on the team. So again, it was just great to see these opportunities for the young individuals, young lady on a baseball team. It's just great to see that. And again, you said something. We got great coaches here.
Absolutely. And the thing about all 5 of my kids got college scholarships.
Yes.
And they worked their tails off.
Oh,
You
yeah.
look in the weight room.
Oh yeah. Right. Right.
They were running.
Yep.
And,
Yeah. You don't wake up and it happens.
Yeah, private lessons.
Yep.
I was broke from paying for private lessons. But they had that desire.
Exactly.
So if these kids over here, if they have that desire,
Right.
get in the weight room, do whatever you have to,
Right.
to get your best.
Oh, nice little pop up here. Somebody got to call somebody off. All right, pitcher got it. That's the new pitcher, number 3, Anthony Cerruti for Cocoa Beach. I see Mr. Kress is watching. Hats off to your son, Parker. Hopefully I got the relationship right as far as, but did a good job pitching. I wish I would have counted how many strikeouts, but he had a handful. And again, young Mr. Kress was just an 8th grader. Now here we are with another pitcher, an 8th grader. It's really nice little shot right out there to short center field.
That's a pitcher, Warlamer.
Yeah, and again, we talked about him earlier.
Jonathan.
He does it on both sides of the plate and the mound.
Yeah, both defensively and offensively doing a great job. Great hit.
Yeah, nice hit. 1 out. Top of the 6th. Satellite still leads 1-0.
What a beautiful night out here.
Oh my
Bill.
gosh! I just it's and no offense to the other 14 public high schools in the county, but look, beachside launches, fighter jets, nice little. I can smell the sea salt from here. I think I hear the turtles. We're so close. Yeah, it's.
What else is gonna happen today?
Yeah, I don't know.
Birds.
Oh, we got the what do you got? The Ospreys up there. Yeah, this is fun times. It's nothing like high school sports. All right, Satellite's got a runner on. They got 1 out. We're at the top of the 6th. They lead 1-0. Cocoa Beach has had some opportunities, but hasn't pushed one across yet. Trying to see that young man's number batting. All right, put your hand down. Put your bat down. Let's see who he's got on there. Number, I can't tell yet. Is it 19? All right, that's Asher Allen. He's batting .333, 11 ribbies, 5 stolen bases. And he's got Mr. Woolaver sitting out there on first base, so they try to... I just think Cocoa Beach is going to get one across. I think Satellite's going to have to get another one. I just feel because they've had so many good opportunities. Oh, nice little shot. Oh, through the gap. Is he going to... Oh, he got to get back. Yeah, I saw. Okay. Yeah, nice play by the right fielder. DJ at first, Coach Gowdy bringing him to the third, but put the brakes on. All right, 1 out. We got 2 on for Satellite, first and second base. Trying to increase their lead. They're up 1-0, top of the 6th.
Nice try by the second baseman.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, no, I mean, that was a good hustle. Yeah, I thought for sure he was in. So we got number 1 up. I think, let's see, Sally, we got House up, I think, right now. I think that's number 1. Yep. Flied out his first time up, batting 267. Oh, called a balk. Wow, okay, that's all right. Well, again, we got an 8th grader out there, Mr. Cerruti. So I'm still a little fuzzy. The balk, what, do you make a move towards the base and then change? Is that what?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I was over the second baseman, but it's probably what he did.
On time.
Coach is going to go out there and talk to him now, Coach Johnson. And this is going to be like a teaching moment.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. No, I agree. Again, 8th grader, you know, he's probably just settling him down. You know, you got 2 runners on, down 1-0. Top of the 6th.
It's a great teaching moment. You don't go out there, upset at him. You just telling him what mistake he made.
Right.
And hopefully he's not going to do it again.
Yeah, right.
Then you'll be upset. But he's a youngster. And he's got to learn. Yeah.
And again, he's a second 8th grader. We talked earlier. Parker Kress started, got about 4 or 5 strikeouts of his own. 8th grade, 3.32 ERA. Now we got Anthony Cerruti, 8th grade. 4.2 ERA. He's the one that got hit by a pitch. So my hat's off to that young man, because at 8th grade, if I got hit, I'd be looking for Band-Aids. So again, Brian Johnson, major league player, icon here. I think he was also the quarterback of their football team back in then. Am I right or wrong? No, I had to look that up. He might have been. Well, ooh, little brushback. You know what it is, Coach? We just have so much information stored. It's like a filing cabinet. It's hard to get to that right drawer at the right time.
Yeah, after all these years.
I think some of the labels are falling off our file folders.
One of my good buddies, Harry W. Johnson.
Oh, Coach Johnson.
60 years. We have to put both of our heads together and try to figure things out. Sometimes we can't. But.
Well, let me tell you, hats off to Johnson. What's he shooting out there on the golf course? He's making me look really bad.
He shot a 74.
Oh my gosh.
Yesterday.
Jeez.
And
hats off to him. My gosh.
He's taught me
I want to be Harry when I grow up. The way he golfs and a little high.
He was a great pitcher.
Yeah. No, I know. Listen, I've seen some of your guys' old pictures. You guys were walking the halls in style.
Yeah, we had a great team that senior year. But Harry went to UCF.
Yep.
And then was drafted by Houston Astros.
Foul ball. We got an 8th grader pitching to a sophomore. This is number 1, Hayden Wilson. Again, it is top of the 6th, 1 out, runners on 2nd and 3rd. Satellite leads 1-0, and we've got a young man on the pitching mound, Anthony Cerruti, who is just an 8th grader, pitching to Colton House. Man, yeah, you don't. 3 ball, full count. This will be a big pitch right here.
I'm kind of surprised Cocoa Beach didn't put him on.
Well, you got the base open, yeah, and
you got 1 out, you get a double play, and you get out of the inning.
All right.
He pitched around and he didn't.
Yeah, I think you're right, Coach. I think that might have been the idea, but throw some pitches. Hey, listen, he got full count. You never know.
Right.
Might swing at it. Bases are loaded. Coach Gowdy out there coaching them up. We got Jaden Batts, number 18, singled earlier in the game. So he increased his 250 batting average. Bases loaded, top of the 6th, Satellite up 1-0, 1 out. And you know what I like, Coach? We know Coach Johnson went out there he left the 8th grader in there. Because as he gets older, he's going to be in these situations.
Right.
And you just, what better way to learn than to be there now?
Exactly.
Oh, pass ball. Is he going to score? Running in from 3rd. Play at the plate. Safe. Nice hustle by the catcher. Nice hustle by the pitcher, too, because they had a play on him, but couldn't get there in time.
Very close play.
I see my cousin, Miss Melissa Glass-Motzkowitz, and also my former boss when I worked at the district. So we appreciate Melissa watching. Her brother, who was married to my sister, visited us the other day. Stopped by to see my mom on his way back to North Carolina. Great family. Well, how about that? 8th grader strikes him out. Man.
It was a hit by
Oh, did he get hit? Oh, I missed that. Okay.
number 18.
All right, so we're back to bases loaded. Still got one out. Satellite now leads 2-0. And number 14 up, MJ Valdez. Oh, that's a foul ball. You don't see that too often where it hits the bat behind his head. Oh, man.
That's a tough break.
Yeah, that is tough. Again, young man pitching for Cocoa Beach, Anthony Cerruti, just an 8th grader. And up against number 14, MJ Valdez. Bases loaded. Satellite leads by 2. Top of the 6th. 1 out. I guess you'd call this on-the-job training for that young man out there on the mound.
Yeah, I think so. It's, to be that young,
Man.
it's going to be just a great opportunity.
Oh, give him a couple years, and experience and growth, and yeah, that's what an opportunity. High pitch. Got 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, we talked about people giving back to the community. Young man behind the plate, Teddy Sunday, grew up here in Brevard. His dad and I, Jephthah, went to school together at Cocoa. Again, here he is giving back to the community as an umpire.
Doing a good job behind the plate.
Yeah, he is. No, both guys. Yeah,
Very
we got.
fair and
I believe it's Mr. Abel out there. And again, he's the only one on the field, so he's getting his steps in. Excuse me.
I thought about being an umpire, but I didn't want to get killed. I couldn't get out of the way fast.
Yeah, exactly. My dad had 2 brothers. He had 3 brothers. 2 of them, like him, played sports. The other brother didn't. So as I got older and got to know him, I'd say, when my dad played halfback, Ted, what'd you play? He said, I played way back. Now look at there. There's a strikeout. Nice young man, 8th grader. Struck him out. We got 2 outs. Again, what better way to put him into the fire? Let him learn.
If you can get out of this inning.
Yeah, no kidding. With just 1 run. Got number 9, Joey Randall up. Comes in with a 143 batting average. Again, got runners on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Oh, nice little shot. Is that up to the... Yeah, nice catch by the shortstop. That's number 11, Kristen Wolf. He's had some good plays out there, Coach, at shortstop.
Great job. Great job getting out of the inning.
Yeah. Again, Coach, we talked about it before. You got the breeze. It's just...
It doesn't get any better.
It don't. I mean, it's just... again, no disrespect to any of the other schools, but... And again, like you said, both communities are small. I think both schools have 1,000, 1,100, 1,200. And even though, they're a few miles apart, they're the only 2 high schools beachside. Like you said, just like they know each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they run around with each other, surf,
Yep.
skateboard, play ball together. They know each other.
Yeah.
Which is it's cool.
So let me ask you, we talked about this before. You were at what is now Rockledge High when it was Cocoa. And then as you got to your senior year, you went from being a Cocoa Tiger to a Rockledge Raider when they opened up the new Cocoa High, which is where I went to. So who was your rivalry back then? Because there was no Rockledge. Who was your big? Was it Merritt Island? Who was close?
Big rivalry with us. Are you talking about
When you were the first 3
Cocoa?
years at Cocoa with no Rock.
Cocoa was Titusville was a big rivalry.
Okay, all right. I wouldn't have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're right because there was only about 8 schools back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hated each
Okay.
other. And, my main sport was football. And
Right.
It was always
Right.
Oh man, it was tough back then.
I didn't think about that, and that's a good point because, Cocoa, Titusville, Melbourne. I think those were the first 3 high schools in the area. So, yeah, I didn't even think about Titusville, until the new Cocoa opened and you became Rockledge. We got number 11, Kristen Wolf, been playing a great game out there in center field. I know he's got family member watching tonight. And I think he had 2 catches right in a row, right, Coach?
Fantastic catches out there. I mean,
Yep.
that was all-star catches.
Yeah, no kidding. We might have to get ESPN top 10 out here to, a little sliding catch. We still got number 4, Jonathan Wolaver.
Looks like he's going to go entire game.
Yeah, possibly. Again, bottom of the 6th, Satellite up 2-0. First batter up. Yeah.
Hey, make sure you're throwing.
Talked a little bit earlier about Rockledge High having a great year. Coach Claiborne, just your kids play. I mean, just runs a program the right way.
He sure does. Both of my older boys played for him.
Yep.
Want to do it?
2004, Brian, my son Brian, they won the state championship.
Right.
there,
So yes.
he might have a chance at it this year. What do you think?
You know what? I think he does. He's got a pitching staff that is just ridiculous. I mean, they are really good, and I think he's got a good chance. Listen, he did it with a losing record.
Right.
Once they got to district. So he seems to. I don't know if I read this correctly. I think 4 of his pitchers have already, figured out where they're going to go to college. Of course, he played up at FSU with Coach Martin, one of the greatest that's ever done it, and just a pleasure to follow Rockledge. And again, he's just like TJ. He's athletic director and coach. Man, tell me that's not a tough thing. My gosh,
That's a tough
jeez.
job.
It just they're each tough.
Just the paperwork.
Oh
alone
man,
on that athletic
yeah,
director.
right. No,
It's full time.
we got senior AJ Barranco. He's up, runner on first. Cocoa Beach looking to get one across, which I said earlier. I think they will.
If they can just chip away here and try
Yeah,
to get one run.
yeah, exactly. Bunt sign. No. Uh-oh. He's stuck there. Got to be got to first. Ooh, almost got. That's Mr. Wolf out there. Almost got Never Neverland. Got to be careful. I tell you, that's a thing of beauty when you see teams on the defensive side run down the runner where they circle behind each other as they're back and forth, and that's a great thing to watch, man. Oh, nice. Oh, getting him back there, keeping him honest, getting that jersey dirty. So we talked about that. I mean, I'm sure you want to pick the guy off, but is a lot of that just to kind of keep him honest, keep him back a little bit when you're throwing to first?
Keep him close. Possibility of stealing.
Right.
You want to hold him on.
Yep.
And if you walk the batter, the pitcher's probably a little bit upset with himself.
Sure.
If I can take
Get
him
him.
off, my
Take
coach,
yeah, exactly.
coach can be a little happier.
I didn't think about that. Well, Coach, I got him off at first. What are you mad about? Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Got to get a little payback. Okay, got the bunt down. Looks like they're going to move him to second or foul ball. Okay. We talked about that. Listen, I got to tell you, the fear of bunting and having that ball pop up and hit me right in the chin. I have a lot of respect for guys that try to bunt.
That does happen too.
Oof, man. I want to keep all my teeth. So far, they're all mine, and there's no false ones. I want to keep it that way. Jeez.
You don't put your teeth in.
No, I don't take them out at night. All right, that's number 2, AJ Barranco. He's a senior, one of only 4 seniors on the Cocoa Beach roster. Oh boy, they're getting closer every time. Again, bottom of the 6th, Satellite leads 2-0. 2 previous games, Satellite has won, both by 2. Again, all close games. Struck him out, man.
Struck him out looking.
Yeah. Makes up for that walk earlier, I guess. Number 22 coming up, Rory O'Connor. He has flied out earlier. Got some impressive stats, though, Mr. O'Connor.
375. This kid could put it out.
Oh, he should. Yeah, exactly.
Put it out.
We got the wind blowing in the right direction. That's a good way to tie it up. Just hit one out, and you got one on. Again, Satellite up 2-0. Bottom of the 6th. I see our good friend, Coach James Rowe, watching. Getting ready to retire from Cocoa High School. All the best to you and your family, Coach Rowe. Thanks for everything you've done at Cocoa High School. Remember, Coach Rowe brought a state championship basketball. So, and now he's coaching golf and just done a tremendous job with the golf team and accomplished things that, I played tennis, and I can tell you, Doug, we weren't known for our tennis and golf teams back when I played, but hats off to Coach Rowe, 2 great sons coaching. I believe they're both at the professional ranks, and we wish him all the best in his retirement.
Good guy.
Good guy. Good people, as my dad would say. O'Connor up to bat. Runner on first. I got to go on Max Preps tomorrow, the next day. I got to look at what Woolaver's stats are. He has just pitched and I don't know, maybe he hasn't had a complete game. He comes in here with a 3-1 record, 51 strikeouts, 1.4 ERA. It's only going to get better after today. Oh, nice throwback.
He's got to be careful too. You don't want to throw that ball away over there. First
Yeah,
base
and then
right,
exactly.
I think it needs to go after the batter here.
Right, you're up by 2, 1 out. Good point, Coach.
This batter's not going to bunt.
Yeah.
You know he's not going to bunt.
Yeah, he's got a nice little. Man, he is. I wish I could see that ball from behind, because from here we can tell it's knee high, but it's got to be moving.
Well, it was a breaking ball. So.
Okay. Again, Satellite up 2-0. Cocoa Beach has 1 on, 1 out. Oh, nice cut. Bottom of the 6th.
Went after a high ball.
Yeah, he did. I think when I watch on TV, especially college, that high pitch is hard to stay away from because it looks like it's right there.
Yeah, it is. It's very deceptive.
Gosh, especially if they make it rise,
Yeah.
All right, number 24, and again, I apologize if I'm not pronouncing his name correctly, Cooper Havaris, struck out earlier, but he's got a 257 batting average. Yeah, he's just smoking it.
He's hard to hit tonight.
Oh, he sure is, and has not slowed down.
Hard to hit.
And again, never coached baseball. That's one of my weaker sports when I was growing up, but it could be something that Coach Gowdy, thinking of the playoffs, wants to, leave him in there for a complete game. Maybe he may have to do that because you got to save your pitching staff.
Getting him ready.
Hit
and run.
Hit and run was on, foul ball.
It's interesting that Satellite High opened in 1962, Cocoa Beach 1964.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, exactly. There's some student population about the same. A couple championships at both schools. You saw some great teams when you were at Satellite, some great soccer teams. You, again.
Won the state championship a couple years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And again, you mentioned earlier, academically wise, both just exceptional. Good leadership. All right, so again, 24, Cooper Havaris up. Pitching, same pitcher that started with Jonathan Woolaver. Still going strong. Bottom of the 6th, Satellite leaves 2-0. Again, these teams play again next week at Satellite. Oh, man. We were just talking about just frozen, didn't he? Wow. Oh. And again, that young man, listen, he's up against a good pitcher, but that's, from a defensive standpoint, that's, even at the pro level, you see it. They don't know what to do, Oh, man, that was tough. Get ready to start the top of the 7th. Again, Satellite up 2-0. Taking a look at their schedules, Cocoa Beach has 2 games left next week. They are at Satellite on Tuesday. And let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Satellite. But anyway, they are, Cocoa Beach is at Satellite next Tuesday. And they are hosting Calvary Chapel Academy next Thursday. So 2 games, Cocoa Beach at Satellite on Tuesday, hosting Calvary Chapel on Thursday. Then they start the postseason. Again, they are 3A, ranked 63rd in the state. And for the Scorpions, as I just mentioned, they are hosting Cocoa Beach next Tuesday. And then they are at Astronaut next Wednesday to end their season. They are ranked 27th in 4A. So I think both teams, if you're ranked in the top 50, 60, you might make some noise in the postseason.
Oh, I think so. Baseball is such a, you could be hitting the ball, but you're hitting it right at somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yep, I think we've seen that tonight.
I don't think the best team always wins in baseball.
And that's one thing, and I was assistant coach, I never the head coach, and worked with Kelly Fanto and Greg Smith, coaching girls lacrosse. Blessed that your daughter played. Thank goodness she decided to try something new from soccer, helped us win one of our 3 straight district championship. But that was we just talked about do what we know we can do. Mm-hmm. And you know what? If that team's better than us, and we did everything we can.
That's all you can.
And don't look at the scoreboard. But we knew if we did what we knew, we weren't going to get beat for a few years.
No. You just go out and try your best.
Right.
Like I was saying earlier, give 110%.
Right.
Give that little extra.
Right.
And, Coach can't be upset.
No. Hey, listen, we got Coach Claiborne joining. I appreciate Coach. We're talking about Rockledge, so maybe people were texting or tweeting him, but we wish all of our teams the best in the postseason. And Rockledge, they're going to be one to watch, Coach. They're making noise already, and we're excited for all of our teams and looking forward to Coach Claiborne and the Raiders and as they get ready for postseason in a couple weeks.
I know Coach Claiborne to have them ready, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, no, they have to try to go watch one of their games. All right, so we are in the top of the 7th. Satellite leads 2-0. Cocoa Beach going to have one more chance, and again, I don't want to talk about patterns because the game's not over, but the 2 previous games, Satellite has won by 2, and here they are leading by 2. So not sure if that's. So number 15 pitching for Cocoa Beach. That's a new pitcher, freshman. I hope I don't mess his name up. Vincent Barchanowitz. Again, he's got 11 strikeouts, so even as a freshman, but that's a new pitcher for Cocoa Beach in the 7th inning. Up to bat, it looks like number 2, Mason Sosa, batting 400. And again, got a couple stolen bases, so.
So, Cocoa Beach has had some youngsters pitching tonight.
Yeah, 2 8th graders and a freshman, right? Yeah. So, again.
That's just hard to understand.
Yeah, no, listen, I graduated at 17, I weighed 140. 8th grade, I probably didn't cast a shadow. So these kids that are playing varsity baseball, man, hats off to them. That's something. So, and we've seen them do well tonight. All right, nice little shot, foul ball.
They're still in the game.
Yeah, no, 2-0. You said it last, get one on, anything can happen then.
Oh, yeah. I've seen stranger things.
Yeah, exactly. Well, again, it's nice little stop by the third baseman. Gonna be able to get over there. Time, safe. That was a nice try though by Gant Ramsey. That ball could have easily gone for a double. But again, we've seen all these runners running it out. Nice run out. Again, nice try by Gant Ramsey playing third base. And now again, Satellite's got a runner on with no outs. Coming up is Brandon Ritter, hitting .377. He's walked, he's scored, he's hit a double. That's a guy you want up at the plate, Coach.
Oh yeah, he's a player.
See how they do this. They're going to make any pitch outs to first base, trying to keep him honest over there. And that's probably a good move too, because now you've got another pitcher that they haven't seen before. So that's probably a good move on Cocoa Beach. Throw a little something different at them so they haven't seen him 2 or 3 times earlier.
Yeah, it's always a good thing here.
Oh, nice pitch.
Brendan had that double left field.
He sure did. I think that's the only extra base hit we've seen tonight. I think one guy got on second, but I think it might have been an overthrow to first. But I think his might be the only true extra base hit tonight. And he scored one of the 2 runs after walking in the first inning. Oh, you're going to go to play at second base. Oh, I think they got him. Yes, they did. Wow, nice play by the catcher. That's number 1 out there, Hayden Wilson, just a sophomore, but close play. But I'm going to agree with the ump. He got him.
Nice
Man,
throw.
yeah, nice throw. Yeah, jeez. All right, bases cleared, 1 out. A little different now. Instead of 1 on with no outs, we got no on with 1 out. And again, up to bat is Brandon Ritter, who's already got a double tonight and a walk, and scored one of the 2 runs. Wow, now I saw that ball drop. That was a nice pitch because that looked like it was up on his shoulders and it
That was good curveball.
came down. Yeah, it looked good.
I'm not sure if I'd have sent that runner in this situation. You're up by
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
It's a gamble, but
Yeah.
didn't pay off.
Let's got to pick up Cocoa Beach a little bit because I agree. If they get a 3rd run across, that's a whole different 2 runs. You get 1 on and you got the tying run at the plate. You know, so again, nice play and nice play by the catcher and number 1 out there for Cocoa Beach, Hayden Wilson, just a sophomore, to get that out at second. Oh, okay. Is he good? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Good by pitch.
All right. Okay. Let's see what they got here.
Hit on his right elbow, I think.
So what's he asking? Is he asking if he swung and that makes a difference maybe?
I don't know what coach.
I'm not sure.
was asking.
Not sure.
We're at a bad angle here. We really
Yeah, it's kind of tough. We got spoiled up at Ash. Watching from behind the plate was just really though. I enjoyed watching behind the plate ground level.
Right.
That was awesome. That was great. But all right, so now we got a runner on hit by pitch. We got number 3, Johnny Randall up, grounded out earlier in the game, batting .292, 12 runs. So when he gets on base, I'm going to say he's got some wheels and he's safe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if, because I heard him say, did he swing on that? So not sure where that plays in, but my baseball expertise is the shallow end of the swimming pool.
I don't think he swung.
Okay, 3rd baseman coming up. Nope. So let me ask you. So you got a guy on first. Let's say we got timeout, Coach Johnson going out there. So you call the bunt sign, and Coach Claiborne, if you're still watching, you might be able to answer this too. Do you prefer to bunt it to first behind the runner, or do you bunt it to 3rd? I don't know.
Well, you got to determine if your 3rd baseman's playing back.
Okay.
If he's playing deep, you go down 3rd base.
Okay. So it kind of depends on, and you got to figure your first baseman's not going to come up.
Right.
But then again, you got your pitcher that I guess would cover that side. So, okay, I was always
So
just curious which way you're going.
Yeah, I
and
mean, I would go down 3rd baseline, especially if the 3rd baseman's playing deep.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
Because, like you said, the first baseman's not going to come off.
He's not
base.
coming off, right?
He's not coming off the bag.
And again, I think you're right. If you go to first, that pitcher might get there quick enough to throw him out at second.
Well, it's usually a sacrifice anyway because you're
He's
going
going
to
to,
run it
right.
in second.
Yep. All right, top of the 7th, 1 out. Satellite leads by 2. They got a runner on. They got number 3, Johnny Randall, up to the plate. Pitching is number 15, Vincent Barchanowitz. Comes in with 11 strikeouts. He is just a freshman. We've seen 2 8th graders and a freshman pitching for Cocoa Beach tonight. Again, they've got 9 players from 7th, 8th, and 9th grade total. So a lot of experience coming up.
Well, that's hopefully they won't get in the portal. And
Yeah.
NIL deals.
Well, yeah. One can only hope. I know. Oh, that was close.
I haven't heard anything recently about the NIL high school. What's the latest on that?
So I think the FHSA, they got a couple interesting things coming up the next week or so. Right after this pitch, so they are still talking about NIL. Because there's 30 some other states, and Florida, we got to be. I guess my question is why? High school kids, you can work, you can get a job. College, a little different, because even if you get a scholarship, sometimes you don't have the money to do extra stuff. So I get that. So they're talking about that. I think the tough thing is Florida is one of maybe a few states that has NIL and transfer. So now you've got both, and that's not a good mix. Money and being able to go play somewhere else. But like I was talking to Coach Kimmy before the game, I don't know. They're also looking to allow transfer students that are going to transfer next year to participate in spring football at that school this year.
Wow.
And I don't like that because they're really, as you know, they're not officially at that school until they're enrolled. Right. So what's to say that kid doesn't change his mind? Hey, let me just go to spring practice and see what it looks like. So I'm just, you and I are old school. Oh, going to go.
Oh, very old school.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Is it going to drop over? Yeah, it drops in first. Coach Cowdy's going to send him over trying to get that third run. Oh, what happened? What did he held him up for? What happened? What?
Ball.
Oh, okay. So okay, that's a new one. All right, foul ball. Okay, all right, gotcha. Makes sense. But I remember talking to the great coach John Wilkinson when I was first county athletic director and went up to see him. And, I leaned a lot on a lot of the great athletic directors and coaches that we had. And he said, Bill, I don't talk to a kid until guidance says they're enrolled. And that's why I'm thinking spring, they're not enrolled yet.
Right. So,
but, I'm just an old retired guy that likes sitting behind a camera and talking on a microphone. What do I know?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not coaching nowadays. I'll probably have to pull a Nick Saban.
You doing those rosters in pencil, aren't you?
Yeah.
I saw Nick, if I'm home during the day and I'm working at my desk, I got the Pat McAfee show on. I love watching that guy. And Saban was on there. And I tell you, not Saban, Bill Belichick. He's a pretty personable guy. You don't think so when he's in that cutoff sweatshirt, but he's but smart. He's gonna actually be on draft day. I want to watch that. I want to hear what his take.
Did he get another job coaching?
I don't think so yet. Speaking about coaching, big news here in Brevard County. I don't know if you saw it at 3:00 last night when I posted it on Pressbox when the dog woke me up. One of the best defensive coordinators in the state of Florida, Coach Lusk, going to Titusville. So to coach with Coach Holmes, who played for Coach Lusk at Rockledge. So exciting things. Another foul ball. He's going to be I think defensive coordinator. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You're thinking of the Gators with 22 analysts and no.
I know he's up in age a little bit.
Listen, Coach Lusk, he's
still in good shape.
Oh, sure is. I've seen some of his videos. Listen, Coach Lusk is but again, Coach Holmes has turned that program around, and now to add him to the mix, that's it's going to be exciting. So I'm glad to see Coach Lusk back here in Brevard County. All right, again, we got top of the seventh, Satellite up 2-0, 1 out. They got a runner on first, and Johnny Randall is at the plate. Oh, pass ball. You were talking about that, Coach.
Yep.
Oh, look, he's going to try to bring him all the way over here to third. We're going to have a play. No. Wow. Yeah. Coach, you said that earlier. That pickoff can come back to bite you, and that now they got a guy on third base, and it might not sound like much, but now you've got if they score, you got a third run you got to make up. 2 runs, you got a guy on the batter's scoring position. That's big, Coach.
Yeah, we spoke about that earlier.
Yeah.
That can happen. And now you have a runner on third.
Yeah, you got a guy on third, and again, it might not sound like a lot, but that third run, yeah, that's 2 runs. It's just more manageable. Nice play by the catcher. That would have been another run scored. And, we played we talked about this. I don't think there's another sport other than baseball that has fields that are different sizes. And I'm looking back here at the backstop. If that ball gets behind the catcher, he's got 10 yards before he can get to it.
Oh yeah.
Coach Johnson going out there, but it's just weird that baseball, there's no uniform. I mean, there is on the infield,
Right.
and that's it.
Well, you got different length of outfield fence, backstop.
Yeah, that's huge.
Believe it or not, when I played, we played. I played for Rockledge, and we played Merritt Island. They didn't have an outfield fence.
Is that right?
And I played right field. And
Oh, no.
Batter up, hit it over my head. And by the time I got to the ball, the runner was already home.
All right, so that brings up a good point. Is that an inside the park home run? Inside city limits home? What do you call that?
I think it was inside Merritt Island.
Yeah,
the
right,
City of Merritt Island home run. Because that ball was going, man.
Yeah. All right, talk a little bit about how many visits he gets, I think. That's so I got to go back to the 1 year that I played baseball. Doc's Bait House, played over there off of 5th behind the fire station. And again, I didn't hit for power. When I played softball, I got a pretty good batting average, but the only home runs I got were in the park. But same thing, I hit it out in the outfield, no backstop. That was my one and only home run at the baseball level. Oh, nice play right here on third. We'll try to keep that in the screen.
Yeah, back then, Merritt Island didn't have an outfield fence, nor did Cocoa
Wow.
Beach. Cocoa Beach didn't.
Wow, jeez.
So,
All right, so I got to ask you, so was this the field or was it a different place around here?
not really.
Or am I pressing my luck asking you that question?
I can't remember.
You need another protein bar, Coach.
No, give me another.
Yeah, Slim
ice
Jim.
cream
Yeah,
sandwich.
ice cream sandwich. All right, so we got 2 outs. That was a big out for the young freshman pitcher on the mound, Vincent Barchanowitz. Again, he came in with 11 strikeouts. Up now, we've got number 4, the pitcher, Jonathan Wollaver. Oh, nice pitch. And again, he's 321, 9 ribbies, so he does it on the plate and on the mound. Again, they want to try to keep this guy off the, keep it down to a 2-run game by Satellite. A little high.
It's been a long inning. And
Yeah.
Cocoa Beach is still in the game.
Yes, they are.
Only 2
Yes.
0 as left fielder.
Yeah, that's going to bring him in 3-0. That was a big hit there. Again, we talked about it earlier. When you got a 2-run lead, if you got a guy on, then that means the guy up to bat is the tying run, but you don't have that now. So let me take a second here and plug in our battery. Satellite, top of the 7th, leads 3-0 over Cocoa Beach. This is the 3rd time they played this year. Satellite has won both previous by 2, 4-2, and what was the other one? 2-0 maybe. All right, we'll plug in our battery. Yep, a little high. All right, battery plugged in. All right, got a runner on first. 3-0 Satellite. Top of the 7th. On the mound is Vincent Barchanowitz, freshman at bat, number 19, Asher Allen. Very good batter in his own part. 333 with 11 ribbies and 7 runs. Second on the team with 5 stolen bases. Again, 3-0 Satellite, top of the 7th. 1 run on, 2 outs. Nice little pop-up coming up here to left field, and that is foul.
Out of play.
So, Coach, next time we do a baseball, don't wear red. I think that red, I'm thinking I'm at a bullfight, and that ball's just scoping,
I thought I got it right.
scoping you out over here.
I do have a few orange and
We need a safety vest maybe we'll wear the next time we do a ball game. All right, 3-0 Satellite trying to add to it. Nice little pitch there.
I still have my first coaching shirt from Merritt Island High School.
How about that?
That was a
Jeez,
long time
man.
ago.
All right, let me ask you, you got your letter jacket?
No.
No, I still got my letter jacket. I still got that hanging up.
Something got to it. I don't know. Had a lot of holes in it.
Oh, nice little hit. Going to second base. Throwing it to first. Got him in 3 outs. So Satellite, though, like you said, that was a long inning, but they add to their run total. And going into the bottom of the 7th, they lead Cocoa Beach 3-0. As a reminder, fans of both teams, they both have 2 games next week before they go into the postseason. Cocoa Beach is at Satellite on Tuesday and host Calvary Chapel right here at the beach on Thursday. And then Satellite, of course, just the opposite. They got Cocoa Beach coming on Tuesday, and then they go to Astronaut on Wednesday. Satellite is 4A, Cocoa Beach is 3A. Cocoa Beach is ranked, I believe it was 63rd, yes, and Satellite ranked 27th. So good things could happen in the postseason, Coach.
Sure could, yeah. Like we talked about Rockledge earlier. When,
yeah.
They won the state championship.
Yeah.
The record was like 14-16.
Yeah.
And they won the state championship.
Now, what year was your son in that year?
That was 2004.
So was he a senior that
He
year?
was a senior.
Senior? Wow. Now, I know I see a lot on social media today, but did they get rings back then, or as it was up to the school?
I think it was up to the school.
What did they get medals, though, from the state, right? Did they
Yeah.
get something from the state?
Medals.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if they got a ring or not.
I think that's up to the school to buy them. I think,
It
yeah,
is.
yeah.
The school would have to.
Yeah, I think so, right.
Maybe they did.
I don't know. I can remember, playing tennis at Cocoa. And our jackets were more of like the windbreaker kind. And then you saw Merritt Island. They had the leather with like my dad had back in the 40s with the nice, oh yeah, I'm like, I'm not wearing this to the mall.
That's what we had. I mean, I probably wasn't as nice as your dad, but we had the heavy.
Yeah, with the leather, yeah.
It was too hot to wear.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly, right. Yeah. All right, you hoped it got to like 70, right? So you could wear it to school.
Right.
But Merritt Island, I remember seeing theirs. I'm like, okay, I'm not wearing my windbreaker. All right, Cocoa Beach, their last time up, they got number 13 at the plate, Gant Ramsey, just a 7th grader. Nice cut. I'm looking at the district. Satellite is in the same district as Merritt Island, Astronaut, Palm Bay, and Titusville. So Merritt Island would probably be their toughest opponent, just looking at the records. Cocoa Beach with MCC, Holy Trinity, Cocoa, and Space Coast. And again, looking at the records, you got Holy Trinity 13-5, MCC 13-7. That's probably going to be their biggest competition to get out of districts and move on to regionals. A little low.
2 strikes.
So let me see. Is Woolaver still pitching? Yeah, looks number 4. Yeah, he still is. So he's going to get unless it goes into extra innings, or Cocoa Beach turns it on and TJ pulls him, he's going to get the complete game. But like I say, it's still only 3-0. Foul pitch. So I got to ask you, your son that pitched high school, that they still put a lot of emphasis on hitting?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. Whereas I guess as you get to college, they kind of start to separate. Even though Coach Johnson, assistant coach here, he pitched and hit. And I think even at Florida, he did the same.
Yeah, if you have a unique player like that,
Right.
you got to use their talents.
Right. I got it in my notes somewhere, but Coach Johnson, I think 2012, was the two-way player of the year in college baseball. Hit by pitch. Oh, what is he saying? What are they saying? What's he saying? Okay, all right. So I guess there's a little confusion. Umpire thinks maybe hit the bat, but he's got that plastic thing on his forearm. So it's got to be a tough call because of that sound. I don't know. How do you figure it out? All right, send him to first. Okay.
I think he has to send him.
And again, that's a great collaboration. Teddy Sunday behind the plate goes out there to Mr. Abel out there that's on the field and confers with him. I like that because, again, you may not see everything.
Yeah, it's impossible to see it all.
All right, number 1, we've got Hayden Wilson. He's gotten a walk tonight, comes in at 176. He's a sophomore. So, again, Cocoa Beach, 1 on, no outs, down 3-0, bottom of the 7th, last opportunity unless it goes to extra innings. Right. And, you said it earlier, Doug. I think both officials done a great job tonight.
Oh, yeah. Hadn't been any controversial calls.
No, not really.
These coaches are good demeanor. And,
Yep. Had some questions, but that's okay. I mean, you know, you got to ask questions, but I think Teddy did a good job behind the plate. He's had a good call out there in the field at second base and one on first base. So hats off to MCOA. Good officials tonight, as usual.
play.
All right, no balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner on first for Cocoa Beach. Last opportunity, bottom of the 7th. They are down 3-0 to the visiting Scorps, who they play again next Tuesday down at Satellite. Man.
How long did Brian Johnson play in the majors?
I think for a few years, you know, I was kind of looking at some of his records today, and I think he played for a few years. And again, I remember when he was up at Gainesville, like I said, 1 year, I think he finished second to a young man at FSU, and I forgot the name of it. I think it's in my notes, but the next year he won it. I think 2012, I guess college baseball, they give an award to the best two-way player, and with pitching and hitting, and he won that. That's quite an accomplishment.
Oh, absolutely.
Man, not only to play, but play at that level.
Yeah, he went. He was in the minors, then he came up.
Yep.
He came to the big league.
Yeah, he did. He played for actually both him and Coach Wynn were drafted by Boston. This is number 3, Anthony Cerruti, up for Cocoa Beach. We got 1 out, runner on first. Cocoa Beach trails by 3. Foul ball. You know, you can say what you want to. I have all the respect. If there's any official of any sport that I respect, it's a guy behind the plate. I mean, that's just, man.
I wouldn't get back there.
Jeez. And look at the pros, 100 miles an hour, 105 miles an hour, and you've got to see that? I'm sorry. I couldn't see it when I was batting. Oh, got him on a low ball. Again, though, that's just an 8th grader coming off. You know, he's, like I said, if we're still blessed to be doing this in a few years, we're going to be calling some of these same names. And again, you mentioned earlier, I think Coach has about 5 or 6 assistant coaches, at least one that we know played in the majors. I mean, wow. To a coaching staff that's got 2 coaches that played in the majors, and they're homegrown too.
Right.
And that means a lot.
Yeah, I mean they have the pride in the school and the community.
Right.
And they work hard.
Yeah, they do.
They want to see these kids successful.
Yeah.
And if these kids are smart, they take advantage of that.
Absolutely. And you mentioned earlier, great academics here at Cocoa Beach. Mr. Powers, the principal, and same thing at Satellite. So you know, if you keep your head on straight, nose to the grind, you're going to leave Brevard County with pretty good credentials on both sides, in the classroom and on the field.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice cut. That's number 12, Will Sermon. Not sure if he's been up tonight. Again, he's just an 8th grader. Hats off to Coach Wynn. You know, everybody's getting a little bit of action tonight. Nice cut. Satellite up 3-0, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Cocoa Beach down to their last out, unless they can carry this forward. Again, Will Sermon, 8th grader, varsity sport. Hats off to him. Oh, nice eye. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, not over yet. It's got to be tough coming in the last inning with 2 outs and it's your first ups. Yeah. Foul tip. But listen, the kid's up there. He's a gamer. He sure is.
He's hanging in there for a youngster.
I'd be on the bench. Maharis, you're up. Coach, can I? How about next game? Can I bat in the first inning?
This is actually a middle school playing a high school.
I know. Jeez.
When you look at it.
Uh-oh. Did he tip it? Foul tip. All right. He's still hanging in there, Mr. Sermon. 8th grader. First at bat tonight, I believe. Sure is. I mean, again, 8th grader, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Hey, Will, you're up. You know, that's good maturity for that young man. And he, like you said, Coach, he's swinging. It's a full count. Yeah. He's not up there just, you know, hey, let me get this over with so I can go home.
Right.
He's up there to play. And he's facing a really good pitcher in Jonathan Wohlaver tonight. if it ends here or this inning, he'll pitch a complete game.
Yeah, Jonathan's done a tremendous job tonight.
Another foul tip. He is fighting him off.
Hanging in
Classmates over there getting him some credit. Again, 8th grade. I'd have been home probably watching the A-Team or something. I don't know what was on back then.
there. You sure you have these grades correct?
I'm telling you, jeez. I'm looking at them. I had to add them all up. 9 players between 7th and 9th grade. Holy mackerel. All right, young man Will Sermon still up there. Full count. Oh, he swung. Oh, drop ball. Is he going to throw him at it first? Oh, look. Oh, did he step on it? Oh, he did. Okay, I didn't think he did. Oh, wow.
That was close. He had to stretch.
Well, that was a great play. And at the end of 7, Satellite gets their 3rd victory of the season against Cocoa Beach, 3-0. So what do you think, Coach? I mean, great. Like you said, Cocoa Beach was competitive. They were in it. A lot of young people. I'll get that later. Just doing a great job. And and again, here we are down 3-0, and he puts an 8th grader in the last inning.
Yeah, it gave me the opportunity to get
Right.
in there and get some experience.
Yeah.
Hats off to Coach Wynn for that.
Yeah, sure was. With the win, Satellite moves to 12-7. Cocoa Beach moves to 8-10. And again, they're right back at it on Tuesday. They'll be playing at Satellite. And then next Thursday, Cocoa Beach is back here hosting Calvary Chapel. Next Wednesday, Satellite goes to Astronaut. And then it's the postseason. So, again, you're in the huddle. Cocoa Beach, you lost 3-0. Again, what are you telling them?
Well, I'm telling them, hey, we're a young team, and
Right.
we've got a lot of potential for the future.
Right.
Hang in there.
Yep.
Keep working hard.
Right.
Number one in the classroom, work hard in the classroom.
Right.
And weight room, get in the weight room and get stronger.
Yep.
And do what it takes to be a champion.
We can scoot this thing around here. I'm gonna see if I know they probably clamoring to see our old gray faces as we end up. If you're new to Pressbox, again, he's Coach Doug Cook. There he is, right there. Bill Maher is coming to you from Pressbox Overtime. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, YouTube. Tonight, definitely by tomorrow morning. I got to see what's on TV tonight when I get home. I'll have the game on my YouTube channel, same name. So if you want to watch it, if the kids want to watch it, the players, coaches, download it, whatever. It'll be on Facebook, but it'll be easier to find on YouTube. And like Coach said, feel free to join Pressbox Overtime. Share stuff about your school. Share stuff about the kids. And that's what I really like the most is we have a lot of people, including yourself, Coach, that post things about locally high schools, colleges, and it's just when we're watching games, we're all going back and forth, and it's just kind of cool to keep up with that.
Yeah, that's what I like about you, Bill. You're up late at night. So am I. As we get older, we can't sleep very well.
Yeah,
But you are always on top of things. You've got stuff on there, that I'm looking for, and I'm too lazy to Google myself. And you've got it there. Every time I wake up in the morning, I hit Pressbox Overtime,
See what's on,
and to see what's on there. So yeah, I appreciate what you do.
Well, it's when you follow 100,000 people, you kind of get the news when it happens. But again, it was a lot of fun. And hats off to Satellite, the 3-0 victory over Cocoa Beach. Very impressed with the youth at Cocoa Beach. Like I say, if we're still doing this in a few years and doing baseball, we're going to be calling those names upcoming. So could be our last baseball game. Got some stuff coming up schedule-wise. Of course, the playoffs are coming up. So, but we might be doing some spring football. So that'll be kind of fun. Talk to Coach Kimmy, and even if it's an inter-squad game, it's always fun to start kind of getting back in that groove.
Right.
And doing that.
I think what Pressbox does, it gives the grandfathers out of town an opportunity to see their kids, grandkids, which is very heartwarming for me because I'm a grandparent myself.
Yep. Oh, I know. I see.
I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
It's really neat to see that.
Well, we had Terry, our good friend Humphrey, Georgia, a young lady, Miss Wilson, I believe, from South Carolina. My son out in Idaho. So, I can remember when Devin was playing, and we tried to go see as much of her games as we could. But if not, I'm doing lunchroom duty like you did.
Right.
I got my laptop up there, And if I heard a crowd roar, I'd run back
Yeah.
up to the table to see. So to have that opportunity to watch kids or grandkids play, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to guess because we played tennis, and except for our parents, not too many. Probably kind of cool to go back and whether it's us or any of the others that do streaming to kind of watch yourself and watch the game and some of the great plays. We saw a lot. Cocoa Beach out in the outfield here at shortstop. I think it was Christian Wolf carrying the base over, did a good job. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That center fielder did a great job.
Oh yeah, he sure did. Awesome. So, well, Coach, I enjoyed it. Listen,
Yeah, it's
we
always
got
fun.
a launch. We appreciate NASA, SpaceX working with us on the scheduling.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Couple fighter jets flew over, and just a beautiful night of baseball. And
We are blessed.
we got kind of lucky. And I know you're working all day, so I appreciate you running over here.
Yeah, it was
from,
tough. It was tough.
from the golf course and figuring all that out. But we enjoyed it. Again, we'll have the game tomorrow on YouTube. He's Coach Doug Cook. That's where I get all my expertise from. And I'm Bill Maharis. We're Pressbox Overtime. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening and your weekend, and best of luck to Satellite and Cocoa Beach for the rest of the year. Thanks for watching. Again, sports, it's more than just a game. We'll see you soon.